Hello everybody, I'm Katie, the Introverted Reader, and I know I posted a video earlier today, but I went to the cinema today to go and see the Nutcracker and the Four Realms, and I have some things that I want to discuss with ya, because I've done a movie review on here before, so I figured, why not? I went to see a movie and I want to talk about it, give a little review on it, so why not? Okay, so the story opens up on Christmas Eve. Let me just close my iPad because the light of it's annoying me. So it's Christmas Eve, and it's the same sort of premise. If you know the original Nutcracker story, it's about this girl called Clara, and she gets this present of a little wooden nutcracker, a little nutcracker soldier. And the original story is that she goes to sleep Christmas Eve, wakes up to go and check on him, or to go and play with it or something, and then she wakes up to find that he has come to life, and then she ends up being transported to this magical world and finds out that he's a prince and she has to destroy the evil that's taken over his land, blah blah blah. But this movie didn't really go that particular route. Yes, it was Christmas Eve and she was given a present, but the present, she wasn't given a nutcracker. She wasn't given a nutcracker. She gets given an egg. It's about this big, and it kind of looked like a Fabergé egg, and she gets this egg and she opened, and there's a keyhole in it. Sorry, just adjusting, and there's a keyhole in it, and it's from her mother, who had since passed away, and she's trying to figure out why can't I open this, this is weird, I need to find the key. So anyway, it cuts to, they go to a party at her uncle's house, and she tries to show it to him because he's an inventor, and she's trying to get him to try and figure out how to open it. And it's all very, very mysterious. We don't know why her mother gave her this egg, and there's a note inside it that says everything you need is inside. So we're kind of thinking, all right, well, is there something inside this egg that she has to unlock, or something that she has to use? But then it sort of follows a story of her just trying to get this key to unlock the egg to see what's in there. And there was something about that I had a little bit of an issue with, because she wasn't given the nutcracker. It was because they're at their uncle's house and they're playing this game where they have to follow all these really long strings to find their present. And her brother runs up to her and he's all look what I got, look what I got. And he's holding a nutcracker. He's holding a nutcracker soldier, and he's waving it in her face and stuff like that. And she's just sort of oh, okay. And then she runs on, and then, yeah. So I can't really say that much without spoiling. I have some notes in front of me. Although one thing I will say is that I did really, really enjoy the setting. I really, really enjoyed the music, because the music is Tchaikovsky's score, of the Nutcracker, because it's originally a ballet, and Tchaikovsky composed it and stuff like that. And if you've seen the ballet, it's beautiful. But I don't know, I just had some issues with it. I was just constantly sitting there being okay, all right, we'll go that route, okay. A lot of stuff personally to me didn't make sense whilst watching this movie, which I kind of want to get into a little bit. So if you don't want to be spoiled for the film, if you want to go and watch it yourself, then go and watch it. I do recommend it, but personally for me, out of 5, I would give it a 3, maybe 2.5. But I'm gonna go into spoilers and stuff now. See, I have notes. So you don't want to be spoiled. Bye bye. They gone? Right. So like I said, there's no actual nutcracker. She's not given the nutcracker as a present. They're not following the story where he's actually a prince that had a spell put on him, and they have to defeat an evil that's taken over his land. Like, and she gets there and everything seems fine, and she meets these like other royals. Like, the land is obviously split up into 4 realms. There's her realm, and then there's like a land of flowers and a land of frost and a land of sweets. And they also talk about this like land of amusement parks, and this character called Mama Ginger lives there, and they all talk as if Mama Ginger is this no good villain who tried to take over all the 4 realms and has since been banished. So there's sort of that underlying thing. And the Sugar Plum Fairy is within the story. That's Keira Knightley's character, and you know, she's very like flirty and just like, oh, Clara, save the 4 realms, and whenever they find out that who Clara's mother is, Clara's mother was actually the queen of one of the 4 realms, and you know, they find out that she's dead, and they're all like, well, Clara, that means you're the queen then, or princess or whatever. So yeah, and then there's that. Although, one thing I've got to mention, there is a Nutcracker, but he's not an actual Nutcracker. He's a human being who was like guarding this bridge for a long time. He's the only like Nutcracker soldier left, but like, he's not a Nutcracker. He's a person. You know, he's a person. He's a soldier, and his name is Philip. And I really, really did like his character. I thought he was very good. There was a little bit of romance between him and Clara. There wasn't really anything done about it. Like, they didn't kiss or like hold hands or anything, but there definitely was a little friendship there, which I suppose is nice. You know, we could all use friendships, you know, there. So that was fine. And then like, whilst watching, and then Clara going to get the key and then unlocking the egg to find that it's just a music box. And, you know, she's all like, my mother told me there was something in here that I needed. And I'm sitting thinking, could the music box maybe spell out like a code or something? And then that was a little bit of a letdown. And then she like flips over the back of it, and it's a mirror. And she just looks at her reflection and she goes, everything you need is inside. It's inside me. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So we're really doing that. We're going the Wizard of Oz, right, are we? Like, Dorothy, the power for you to go back to Kansas is inside you all along. Really? So I didn't even need the ruby slippers? Like, it's just like, okay. All right, you're gonna Wizard of Oz me now, are you? All right, okay, that's great. And then the Sugar Plum Fairy being the villain, like, her like blaming it on Mama Ginger, and then we actually do meet Mama Ginger. Mama Ginger's like, no, you've no idea what you're doing. If you get this key, it's the end of us all. And she gets the key, brings it back, and then it's like they're in this big engine room, and Sugar Plum had told Clara that they need to unlock the engine to raise their army against Mama Ginger to defend the 4 realms, because Mama Ginger wants to take over. And so anyway, she gets the key and brings it back, and then Sugar Plum starts animating all these tin soldiers, and come to find that Sugar Plum just wants to destroy. Sugar Plum is the villain, so it is, or so she is. And yep. I wasn't really all that blown away. I kind of low-key rolled my eyes and was like, really? Okay, right, all right, okay then. So no actual Nutcracker. And the fact that, you know, and then you pulled a Wizard of Oz on me, and now we're doing this. And I was like, right, okay. I'm waving my pen around for emphasis. I'm just sort of sitting there like, right, okay. I was literally like, really, Queen? Like, so like, there wasn't even like a real like evil, if you know what I mean. Like, it was just this person wanting to take over because she was angry at Clara's mother for like abandoning them or whatever, and then dying. And it's just like you're not evil, you're just bitter. Like, it's I didn't really personally like that. I was a little bit annoyed by that, and the whole thing about, you know, like the flippin' egg that's just a music box with a mirror in it, and it I didn't really come for that very much. And as well, the last thing I have written here is we have no background on Drosselmeyer, meaning her uncle or her, like, her godfather or something, because he talks about how he raised her mother when her parents had died, her mother's parents had died. She was an orphan and he took her in and whatever, and we don't know that much about him. You know, we don't know, did he come from the Four Realms as well? Like, how did the two of them find the Four Realms? Because his house has an entrance to the Four Realms, so is it just like, did he come from there to London and then adopted this girl, and then, you know, did she discover it for herself? Did he tell her about it? Like, we don't know that. We don't really know anything you know, about the mother or anything like that in general. We don't really get that. It's all very sort of like, yeah, mother discovered the land, she became the queen, and now you're gonna be the queen now because you're her daughter, blah blah blah. So yep, those are the issues that I had. I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it to some extent. I adored the setting. I adored the music, and the costumes and everything were really, really beautiful. Like, I love the dresses. Like, I love sparkly things, and everything was very, very sparkly, and I loved it. And obviously, you know, Christmas time. Who doesn't love Christmas? But, yeah. I hope nobody stuck around too long enough to get spoiled by this film, by my review here. But again, like I said, out of 5, I would give it 3. I'll probably end up going to see it again, but yeah. Anyway, that's my review. If you want me to do more movie reviews in the future, let me know, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.